Welcome back, everyone. With us today, we have a very festive Rob Roberts from Breadsmith. Hey, 'tis the season, right? I feel a little left out, though. I love those antlers. You're lighting things up.
Would you like to try them?
Okay, well, okay, no.
I'm taking them back, though. They are my personal stock.
You know
she does look
I
better than I do.
They look pretty good on me, but
hey, at least I wore the red.
I know. So this is the time of the year you have a lot more guests. Sometimes they stay longer than they should, but you need not only the holiday meal, you have the
guests
breakfast.
can stay as long as they want.
They can stay as long as they want, but you have to feed them.
Yes.
You do have to feed them, and you have some great. I love it. You didn't bring the buns, but I like just the Breadsmith buns for the dinner table. But you have some great other ideas that are festive and maybe even some gifts. I would love to get any of these for a gift. So let's start. Something stolen.
Now this one
that's what I picked up from my lesson.
Stolen, and so if you look, it's supposed. In legend, it's supposed to look like the vision of the swaddling Christ. I don't quite get that, but it was derived from a recipe from 1486 out of Dresden, Germany, and Dresden was considered the most famous place to have Stollen from. And this one is loaded with all sorts of fruits, nuts, because back in those days, people would save things for the end of the year. Go ahead and try that.
Okay.
You smell it first too. And so you save all the fruits and nuts, in this case, Myers rum, and then you base it with butter and sprinkle with sugar when it comes out. Once again, let's celebrate the birth of Christ. This is one we sell more of than the other one. This one is called panettone, and it's supposed to look like the crown of the Magi.
I see that. Okay, now you get. That's why you let me wear the horns, because you're going to wear the crown.
Well, I would just hold it in front. But now this one is an Italian version, different fruits, different nuts, different starters. This one is also made famous these days by Giada de Laurentiis, because she talks about making bread puddings with it, things like that. My father-in-law takes it, and he makes toast out of it the rest of the year.
Do I have to smell this one too?
Yeah, you should. And it feels different in the mouth. This one's got a little bit softer texture. Marvelous bread. As you can see, it's just studded with things.
That's delicious.
Doesn't that look
Sorry,
pretty?
my mouth is full. But both of these two, and we're going to go on, but you know, we talk about, like we were talking about wines being a great tablescape. You put these on the table, it's like, not only are they delicious and feeding your guests, they look beautiful.
Oh gosh, yes. You know, it's a way to celebrate the birth of Christ, coming together with friends and family, something you wouldn't have the rest of the year. It's just a nice, enjoyable way of doing it. You know, my family grew up with fruitcakes, which no one really likes, but I do. And
they make fun of it. It's the
I still have a fruitcake at home.
jokes.
My kids don't like it, my wife doesn't like it, but I like those. I ordered mine from some monks down in Missouri. It tastes like the one I had as a kid. But this is what we have. Now this one is our chocolate babka. We're the only place in town that does panettone, Stollen, and chocolate babka. And babka is actually an Eastern European Easter bread. In this, it can be made out of a variety of different ways. Ours is an almond dough. We smear it with butter, sprinkle with Vietnamese cassia cinnamon, Dutch cocoa, powdered sugar. We roll it up jelly roll style, as you can see.
Now I've had this, because I feel like sometimes you bring this in, it's one of my favorites. Can I have one? Can they all be my favorites? I'm not going to say that after everything that that one's my favorite.
I think they could be. Yeah, I think that's good.
That one's my favorite too.
There you go.
Okay. How am I going to eat this? I'm just going to go at it.
I go right to the middle. Yeah, I'm with you.
Delicious.
But you can see these are just pretty, pretty, pretty.
Okay. Love that. Love that.
Yeah, and that one's not overly sweet.
No,
it's Eastern European, it's not super, super sweet. It's more of a savory with a lot of good stuff in it.
I love it. So this is also a really festive piece for this time of the year.
Cranberry orange dessert bread. We have 3 different dessert breads right now. We have the cranberry orange. We always have the pumpkin chocolate chip. We also have an apple cinnamon. But this one, we spec in whole cranberries. Got you a little sample of that.
Do you have to call ahead, you know, to have any of these made, or most of these are ready? Like, if, you know, today's Thursday, so.
I'm making plenty based on past years.
Okay.
So hopefully we won't run out, but you're always welcome to call. We're taking reservations for Christmas Eve at least through noon on Monday. I might extend it further. So you can always call ahead to reserve it.
Oh, this is just way different than these. Just really.
Well, it's a quick bread, like a banana bread. And this one's loaded with butter, orange juice, cranberries. I call it kind of a pound cake with cranberries.
Really fresh, though. I like that. You know, when I talk about having these, buying these for your guests and having them at your house, but these would also be great gifts.
Oh,
when
absolutely.
You're going to a party, something to bring to, you know, because you want a gift for your host.
Absolutely. It's a nice hostess present.
Okay. Well, how about the cookies? Christmas cookies.
We have these, and I forgot to bring the ginger bars. And the ginger bars this year have 2 different kinds of icing on it. I took pomegranate juice to stain it because we don't use anything artificial. So it's got a lovely color on it one way, then a white the other way. So it looks very festive.
You had so much history in these pieces. What's the history of the sugar cookie with green and red sprinkles?
Well, green and red is symbolic of Christmas, so let's just go right with that. Those sugar cookies, they're actually leavened with something besides baking powder, baking soda. They're actually with cream of tartar, and that gives them that lighter texture in your mouth.
You were ready. You were ready for it. I thought, oh, I'm going to get you there. What special story do you have for a sugar cookie?
Now, let's talk about this one. This is a recipe that was developed here in Fargo. We got the original recipe,
Really?
we modified it to our standards, and with their approval from the Icelandic Club of Fargo-Moorhead. And so every year we bake it for them for up in Mountain and also at the Scandinavian Festival. This one is a very earthy, lovely bread.
Just the sound of that, cutting into it.
Oh, yeah. So as you can see, now I want you to smell this. I'm not going to tell you what all's in it yet.
Okay.
We make it every Thursday. I might sneak some in next Tuesday.
This is good.
It's a molasses bread. It's flour,
okay.
water, salt, yeast, molasses, butter, and oats.
Wow.
And what happened was I got approached years ago by a gal in the club, and they had 7 older ladies that would make this bread, but they all had different pans, different techniques, and so we were able to standardize it for them. And so when you go to the the Scandinavian Festival, they serve that with smoked lamb and smoked salmon.
Wow. This is delicious. Like,
Isn't it?
you're kind of tricked because these look super fancy, but this has, it's the molasses.
It's a nice earthiness to it.
Okay. Before you go, tell us once again your hours, where you're located, and you can call ahead and get something
Absolutely.
put together, but where are you at?
Call 478-8000. We're located at South Fargo at 32nd Avenue and 17th Street, the South Park Center. Our normal hours are Monday through Friday, 7 to 7, Saturdays till 4. Tuesday, we will be closing at noon because we want all the people that live out of town, kids that work for us at NDT, places like that, have a chance to disperse safely to get home in time for the holiday.
These are musts for your holiday dinner table. Rob, as always, thanks for coming in. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'll give these back. Maybe. We'll be right back.
Yes, you will.